Hi guys and welcome to Crazy Pepper Revenge. This channel is all about crazy true stories, stuff that happens in real life when things get a little bit messy, people dealing with drama, cheating, lies, breakups, and even revenge. Some stories are wild, some are emotional, but all of them will keep you watching. If you like real talk and real situations, you're in the right place. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and stick around. This is Crazy Pepper Revenge, where the stories get spicy.
Remember that sound, traitor? That's me ending it.
I couldn't sleep again. 2:03 a.m., staring at ceiling streaks from streetlights, mind churning. My wife Amy lay beside me, but something felt fundamentally off. After 25 years of marriage, she'd suddenly changed in bed, aggressive, trying new positions we'd never discussed, touching me in ways she used to dismiss with disgust, moaning like she was auditioning for a movie. You'd think I'd be thrilled, but the abruptness raised red flags the size of billboards. Where had she learned this? Why now? A drunk friend once joked, "That's a giveaway. Wife goes from boring to superstar in bed, check her phone." I started noticing more. New outfits, perfume to the supermarket. Phone never left her sight, changed lock code. The swirling dread intensified each day. I confronted her at 2 a.m. "Why have you changed in bed? I've known you for a quarter century and overnight you're someone else. Are you copying something you saw online? Or something you learned with someone else?" She kept her back to me. "It's 2 in the morning. Not now." "It's exactly now. I'm not sleeping anyway. You're not giving me peace of mind. I'm losing it here. Are you messing around?" She rolled over. "You're being paranoid. Why can't it be that I finally wanted something different? Because you always acted disgusted by certain things. Now you do them like you're reading from an adult movie star's manual. Don't gaslight me." "I know you." She threw an arm over her forehead. "Oh my God, Chris, enough. I'm too tired for this." "That's convenient. Your energy only appears when you're trying out new tricks in bed. The rest of the time, you're exhausted, especially when I want honest answers." She slapped the mattress. "Shut up. I can't handle you right now." "Fine. Walk away again. Pretend none of this matters." She grabbed a pillow, stomped across the room. "I'm going to the guest room. Enjoy your lonely night." I couldn't stop myself. "Don't forget to bring your phone in case one of your side pieces texts." She froze, silhouette tensing. "You'll regret that," she whispered, tears in her voice. "I hired a private investigator to watch you. I'll know everything soon enough." Her sharp intake of breath was audible. She fled, the guest room door slamming, muffled sobbing following. Next morning, I hit the gym with manic energy, avoiding another hostile encounter. Coming home for work papers, I heard voices upstairs. My daughters Julie, 21, and Kate, 20, were talking in hushed, tense tones. "Mom is going way too far," Kate was saying. "She told me about using that Pure app to meet men. She said it's easier to hide from Dad than I ever imagined." "I didn't think she'd do this." My blood turned to ice. Julie's voice trembled with guilt. "We kind of suggested it. Remember the open marriage idea? We told her it might spice things up, but I never thought she'd run off hooking up with random guys." Open marriage. The words banged around my skull. My daughters had suggested it. Now she's meeting men behind Dad's back. God, if he finds out we practically gave her the idea, he's going to hate us. I feel sick. Something inside me shattered. My own children had handed their mother the blueprint for this betrayal. We just wanted them to fix their relationship. Mom said she was bored, that Dad never listened. We assumed they'd talk it through. She never told Dad, she just jumped into it. She uses that dating app to find guys for excitement. This is so messed up. I called up, "Julie, Kate, come down here now." The silence was instant. They descended slowly, like approaching a firing squad. Julie's face was pale, Kate's eyes glistening. "What the hell did I just hear? You two talking about telling your mother to go for an open marriage? You gave her a nudge toward that Pure app?" They looked at each other in distress. Julie swallowed hard. "Dad, we never told her to cheat secretly. We just said maybe an open arrangement could help if you both agreed." Mom was miserable, complaining you wouldn't try anything new. You realize how twisted this sounds? You're my daughters. You basically gave your mother the green light to screw around. "No," Kate exclaimed, tears running down her cheeks. We just mentioned it. She said she'd talk to you first. We never thought she'd do it behind your back. Well, you see how that turned out. She's hooking up with random men. My own daughters inadvertently set this in motion. They tried to approach, arms outstretched. We're sorry, please. We love you. We never wanted this. I couldn't look at them. Get out. I can't stand the sight of you right now. Go back to campus. Just leave me alone. They bolted, tears staining their faces. That afternoon, I met with Jerry, my PI, at a greasy diner. He was in his 60s, eyes heavy with sympathy as he opened a folder revealing stacks of photos, phone logs, transcripts. The top photo showed Amy stepping out of her car in a tight dress I didn't recognize. Another showed her entering a highway motel, arms linked with some bald man. Timestamps just days apart. This here is Derek, Jerry tapped the first picture. They met through Pure 3 different times. Local cafe, the motel, his apartment. He shuffled more photos. This man, Luke from Massachusetts. They chose a spot halfway for dinner, then spent hours at a bed and breakfast. 4 hours later, they left separately. But Jerry wasn't done. Screenshots of text exchanges with a user named Nacho Man, real name Brian. Brian, you like it rough? I have interesting toys. Can bring a friend if you want group action. Amy, haha, not sure yet, but YOLO. You only live once, right? Let's see if I'm feeling adventurous. I felt physically ill. This was my wife, who once crinkled her nose at anything beyond vanilla, telling strangers, you only live once. When Amy came home that evening, I had everything spread across the dining table. Photos, transcripts, a stark mosaic of betrayal. She walked in, eyes flicking to the table, face paling. What is this? Your side hobby, a thorough breakdown of who, when, and where. Derek, Luke, Brian, aka Nacho Man, recognize them? Her mouth opened, no words coming. Finally, this is invasion of privacy. I let out a cold laugh. Right, my wife hooking up with multiple men is my invasion of your privacy? She glared, tears welling. I told you I needed excitement, Chris. I tried dropping hints. So this was my fault? This is your idea of excitement? I waved pictures in her face. You realize our daughters told me they suggested open marriage? They said you promised to talk to me first. She stiffened, looking ashamed and defensive. I knew you'd never agree. You're so closed-minded. So you took an idea they mentioned, and instead of having an adult conversation, you jumped on an app meant for casual flings. Then you lied for weeks. I had to. You'd have shut me down, just like always. I was drowning in boredom, feeling stuck in the same routine for decades. And sleeping with random guys behind my back fixed that. You let them do things you never even tried with me. That's what I can't forgive. That you unlocked a new side for them and never thought to talk to me. She bit her lip, tears spilling. I was afraid you'd see me differently or refuse me. I felt like I had no choice. You always had a choice. You could have divorced me if you were that unhappy. Instead, you gutted our marriage from the inside out. She slammed her hand on the table. I felt I had no voice. You overshadow everything. I needed to break free. You broke everything. Congratulations. She grabbed her purse and fled upstairs. I sank into a chair, staring at the photos, feeling like a bomb had gone off. Days later, my daughters returned, faces drawn with worry. Dad, we're so sorry. We've barely slept. We never wanted to cause this. You think that helps me right now? I'm furious at your mother for cheating and at you two for handing her the idea. Kate's eyes brimmed with tears. We only had Mom's perspective. She said you were emotionally distant, never listened. We believed her. So your brilliant solution was for her to find random sexual partners? We didn't literally say go cheat. We said if you both agreed, maybe it would help. A friend's parents tried it and it worked. I'm not sure I can forgive you. I love you both, but I can't just forget. You basically validated her stepping out on me. They started sobbing heavily. I fought the urge to console them. I need time. Go back to school. Stay out of this. Let me handle the fallout. They left, tears streaming. I fled to my parents' place with a suitcase. They coaxed it out of me. Amy had been unfaithful repeatedly. I was considering divorce. They were appalled, started calling Amy, saying she'd disgraced the family. When I returned home the next day, Amy was pacing, phone clutched in her hand. Did you tell your parents? They've been blowing up my phone, leaving messages, calling me names. Yes, I told them. They asked why I left. I told them the truth. Her face twisted in rage. You had no right to turn them against me. This is our private matter. Hard to call it private when you're hooking up in motels. You humiliated me, so I don't care about your social discomfort. You don't understand how stifling our marriage was. You never listened to my needs. Everything had to be your way, and I was desperate. Desperate enough to go behind my back with half a dozen men? If it was so bad, you should have left first. I'm filing for divorce. She sneered. Fine. Good luck finding someone who'll endure your uptight, boring style. My boss, Stacy, offered her lakeside cottage as refuge. I arrived with suitcases, still reeling. The cottage overlooked a sparkling lake framed by pines. Despite tumultuous emotions, I felt momentary calm. A week later, I heard a car outside. Julie and Kate stood there, tentative, clutching coffee cups. We're sorry for ambushing you. We really want to talk. Julie offered me a cup. We brought your favorite mocha latte. My anger had worn into exhaustion. I gestured for them to sit. I don't know what to say. You're my daughters, but you pushed your mother toward a solution that didn't involve me. Julie's eyes filled with tears. We were stupid. We thought we were being modern or helpful. On campus, so many people talk about open relationships, it seemed normal. Kate nodded. We never wanted her to cheat. We thought if you were both in on it, it could resolve tension. But Mom just took it and ran. You see how badly that turned out? Dad, we love you. We love Mom too, but we know she messed up. We never wanted you to feel betrayed by us. You might not have wanted it, but that's what happened. Every time I think of this fiasco, I remember you two telling her about that ridiculous app. Anger was ebbing, letting sorrow creep in. I reached across, letting them hold my hands. I'm not banning you from my life forever, but I'm hurting. I can't pretend everything's normal. They squeezed my hands, then quietly left after awkward hugs. As furious and betrayed as I felt, I couldn't deny missing my daughters. Word got around our social circle. Friends called offering sympathy or fishing for gossip. Carol confided that Amy had proudly talked about hooking up with men who had foot obsessions. She posted photos at clubs, hashtags about freedom, pictures with men whose arms wrapped around her waist. I sat with attorney Natalie, bringing PI evidence. We're in an at-fault state. Infidelity is strong grounds affecting alimony, property division. I just want it over fairly. Let me keep my retirement intact, and she can have her share of house sale. Few weeks later, final confrontation at the house. Amy was there when I arrived with a realtor. We need to talk about the house. I'm not cleaning it. You're better off hiring professionals. You're a real estate agent yourself. Couldn't you handle that? I deal with selling property, not scrubbing. I don't owe you anything. You're too busy hooking up with men from Pure to worry about standard upkeep. Her eyes blazed. Stop bringing that up. It's my life. I'm not sneaking around anymore. No, you've made clear you're proud. Everyone sees your new lifestyle. At least I'm not playing sufferer while digging for sympathy from everyone we know. Air felt suffocating. When the realtor left, I grabbed keys and stormed out. The divorce finalized on a cold, gray morning. Amy and I sat silently, lawyers doing most talking. Judge made it official with a gavel. Just like that, 25 years ended in a bland legal proceeding. Outside courthouse, we parted without a handshake. I heard she sold her house share and rented a downtown condo near clubs and nightlife. She wanted her version of freedom. Fine. I was done chasing illusions. My daughters occasionally check in, worried about how I'm coping. Time had blunted anger's edges. They were naive and misguided, not malicious. They tried helping in the strangest, most disastrous way possible, and they're suffering their own guilt, officially free.